Alright, ladies and gentlemen, we're here on the show. We're going to talk about some news, so let's get right into it. Start with football, start with Schefter here. So, Ravens have hired former Broncos wide receivers coach, Kerry Colbert, as their wide receivers coach. From Schefter here. What is happening? So, an update out of that Darren Lee situation where he was arrested and charged with first-degree murder. He faced a judge this morning. The judge ruled for Lee to be held without bond. Prosecutors are seeking the death penalty. Details emerged from the alleged murder from his girlfriend. It had a stab wound, a broken neck, a bite mark, and bruises. The cause of death was determined to be blunt force trauma. Man, bite marks. Oh my gosh, he definitely needs the death penalty. If this alleged stuff is true, which, I mean, it is since he got charged. But yeah, the former Jets first round pick in jail without bond. He's probably going to get charged with it. He's done. From Jeremy Fowler, Kevin Patullo is going to the Dolphins as pass game coordinator per source. Former Eagles offensive coordinator lands in the AFC East. Oh my Lord, what a worst duo. Kevin Patullo and Tui Tagovailoa. Oh, then you got Bobby Slowick. Come on, it's going to be a disaster. The Seattle Seahawks are interviewing 4 in-house candidates: Andrew Janocko, Jake Peets, Justin Alton, and Mac Brown Thursday and Friday for the offensive coordinator job. Head coach Mike McDonald's taking a hard look internally for his replacement. Keeps running through here. So, Rakia Jackson's attorneys filed a notice Tuesday, Miami-Dade, saying she is willing to testify against James Pierce Jr. if the domestic violence charges against him go to trial. So, NBC announced that Sunday's Super Bowl between the Patriots and Seahawks averaged 124.9 million viewers. Even that boring game still got that many viewers. Bad Bunny's halftime averaged 128.2 million viewers from 8:15 to 8:30. Apparently. Yeah, that's all from Schefter here. So, while the Jets are extremely unlikely to franchise tag Breece Hall, their running back, a transition tag can be something to keep in mind, according to J. Jones 9. Patriots star corner Chris Gonzalez now eligible for extension, says he wants to be in New England for his entire career. That's all from JPA Football here. A few things there. So, a few things from Tom Pelissero. The Rappaport reposted the Panthers are hiring Darryl Devil as associate head coach / offensive specialist per sources, and then the Packers are naming Luke Getsy their quarterback's coach, sources say. The Giants made a deal per Rappaport and Garofalo. The Giants are hiring former Titans head coach Brian Callahan as their new QB's coach and passing game coordinator. He apparently aced his interview yesterday, and a deal is done to add him to their coaching staff. The Ravens are naming Anthony Levine Sr. as their former defender and leader as their new special teams coach. But that is all for the NFL news, so let's move on here. So, the San Antonio Spurs and forward Jeremy Sohan, this NBA news now, have agreed on his release to allow the 2023 All-Rookie team member to become a free agent. He's expected to sign among multiple interested teams. So, he had a feeling this was going to happen, and he wasn't given much playing time. He had a feeling he was probably going to get released at some point. So, we'll see where he'll go. So we had the suspensions announced from the Pistons Hornets fight the other night. So Isaiah Stewart ended up getting 7 games. Miles Bridges got 4. Moussa Diabate got 4 games, and Jalen Duren gets 2 games. Man, Duren started and got the least amount of games. But yeah, that's 2 things there from Shams. Jeremy Sohan got released, and then the suspensions from the fight the other night. So per J.L. Fisher, the Celtics believe acquiring Nikola Vucevic has people believing that Jason Tatum can return for a postseason run. I mean, I could see him returning for the postseason. We'll see. The Celebrity 3-point contest. Cole Williams, Drewski, Playboy Max, Nigel Sylvester, Richard Jefferson, Kemba, Jerry McCain. They're treating Jerry McCain like he's an NBA player. He better win that or he's going to get freaking roasted. Steve Kerr reportedly wanted to develop Jonathan Kuminga into a Shawn Marion, Aaron Gordon type player, but Kuminga viewed himself as a future All-Star and wanted more on-ball opportunities. Why are we still talking about this kid, man? He got traded. Someone around Jonathan Kuminga was reportedly taking too much food from the Warriors' family room. This is the most unserious report ever. Joe Lacob reportedly felt that Jonathan Kuminga was the future face of the franchise, and was at times unwilling to trade him. This dude knows nothing about basketball. I'm talking about face of the franchise. Pfft. Yeah, right. Asia Wilson and Bam Adebayo going to Golden State is something to monitor. So the Valkyries plan to pursue Asia Wilson free agency, and the Warriors have interest in Adebayo. Yeah, sure, man. Warriors ain't gonna do shit. Apparently, the NBA is planning to invite over 200 influencers to All-Star Weekend in Los Angeles to help create content across broadcast and arena entertainment, competitions, and fan interactions. I mean, Adam Silver basically said it's a highlight league, so I ain't surprised. The Heat will attempt to go for Giannis again this summer in the off-season. Peyton Watson could be gettable this summer due to Denver's tax situation. Apparently, the Warriors could have tried to trade maybe for Trey Murphy or something like that as well. Something else I saw, but that's all for NBA here. So let's move on to wrestling here. So Chelsea Green, she suffered a broken ankle. Man, it sucks. They'd be so cursed with the injury right now. Now Chelsea Green gets hurt. One of the most entertaining women on the roster. Now she's hurt. What's even worse, suffered a broken ankle. Oh my lord. Brock Lesnar has officially been announced for the February 23rd episode of Monday Night Raw in Atlanta. Raw last week averaged 3 million views and ranked number 6 globally for Netflix TV shows. It's tied with Cena's final TV appearance as the second highest viewership since Raw after 41. Notice how Roman shows up, the ratings go up. It's when you have star power. So this is from Wrestling Observer. So the reported feeling within WWE right now is Braun Breaker will not make it back in time for WrestleMania. Man, he's probably supposed to have a... I don't know what he was going to do at WrestleMania, but... Man, that sucks. So it seems like, yeah, he's just not going to make it to WrestleMania. Because he's, unfortunately, at the worst time having the hernia surgery. So from Cultaholic, David Finlay has reportedly been talked about within creative discussions at WWE from Body Slam Net. So it was reportedly AJ Styles' choice to retire at the Royal Rumble. It came after he and WWE were in discussions around a no deal that was not locked in ahead of the PLE. Two sides are still discussing his future with WWE, but it's unknown if a no deal has been signed. Once the deal expires, he will be free to work wherever he likes, but there has been no rumblings that he'll be returning to the ring. People backstage in AEW reportedly pleased with Andrade's push into the return of the company. It's been reported that people are pleased at the response to him defeating Swerve Strickland. Samoa Joe has reportedly been in concussion protocol. And the wrestling bug's just all over the place right now.
Here is the latest update.
So here's my weather app. Bianca Belair is expected to be involved at WrestleMania 42. It doesn't say if in a match, but maybe she'll finally come back at WrestleMania. Yeah, that's all the wrestling news, so let's move on. So let's move on to NASCAR news here. So, Cuervo has done a deal to become the official tequila of NASCAR. It's probably what people will be drinking during the race. Fall asleep. So, the NASCAR Daytona 500 qualifying is tonight. So, the two fastest open drivers of qualifying today get in. Chandler Smith, Allgaier, Yeagley, Alfredo, Heim, Mears, McLeod, LaJoy. The other 6, 3 in each duel, need to finish best in their duel. Thursday again, no more chance of getting in on speed if 3rd or 4th open car in qualifying. Caden Honeycutt's crew chief for Daytona will be engineer David Stewart. For Scott Zipadelli can't come to Daytona because of an injury. So NASCAR announces a sellout for the Daytona 500. Finally, it's sold out. Will it actually be sold out? We'll see, but they announced a sellout for the 500. So the schedule again, I'll go over. So tonight, 8:15 Cup qualifying. Thursday, 4 ARCA practice, 5 truck practice, 6 race day, 7 the Cup duels. Friday, 1:30 ARCA qualifying, FS1 truck qualifying, 4:30 in the CW app. O'Reilly practice, 5:35 Cup practice, and 7:30 truck race. Saturday, 10 on the CW app. O'Reilly qualifying, 12 on Fox the ARCA race, 3 on FS1 the Cup practice, and 5:30 CW for the Daytona race. Sunday on Fox, 12:30 race day, and 2:30 the Cup race. Your green flag time, 7:21 for the duels, 7:53 for trucks, 12:15 for ARCA, 5:15 for O'Reilly, and then 3:13 for the Daytona 500. The temperatures, 5% chance of rain today, tonight. Thursday, 15% chance of rain. Friday, 25% chance of rain. Saturday, 20% chance of rain. And then Sunday, 65% chance of rain. You know, they should start this at like noon or 1 o'clock. No, dude, at 3 o'clock. Sure, man. Shocker, the big rains on Sunday. So let's move on to some baseball to end the video here. So right-handed reliever Evan Phillips and the Dodgers are in agreement on a 1-year, $6.5 million contract. He is coming off Tommy John surgery, and he's expected to return around July. So they bring back Evan Phillips. Francisco Lindor will undergo surgery in his left handmate today, Carlos Mendoza said. Left-handed reliever John King, the Miami Marlins, are in agreement on a 1-year, $1.5 million contract. So Arizona Diamondbacks star outfielder Corbin Carroll broke his hamate bone in his right hand, is undergoing surgery today. Sources tell ESPN. He will miss the World Baseball Classic, and his ability to play opening day is now in question. Another hamate injury. Veteran Jose Quintana is in agreement with the Rockies. Sources tell ESPN a 37-year-old is back for his 15th big league season. The deal is pending a physical. I think Jackson Holiday also suffered the same injury. I think the hamate bone. He also suffered one as well. So, man, these freaking hamate bone injuries. The Nationals agreed to terms with free agent right-hander Miles Michaelis. The Brewers agreed to terms with Gary Sanchez. The Rangers agreed to terms with free agent left-handed pitcher Jordan Montgomery. And that is all the news here today from the world of sports so far. But it's like almost 7, so I figured I would do it now. So, and also one last thing for baseball. The Phillies are expected to trade or release Nick Castellanos in the next 2 days. It's the last thing here I wanted to talk about. So, yeah, leave a like, comment, subscribe for more. Peace.